Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm Sankey84 and welcome to part 2 of Doom vs Doom. So, before we begin, let me just start with a tiny apology. In the last part, I said that the end of the first level in the new Doom was when you got into the lift. I was mistaken. When I went back to get more footage and play further into the game, I realised that was just another cutscene out of many in the game. It does actually carry on for a fair bit longer. However, it does not affect the scoring from last week, so we will be carrying on exactly where we were up to. Now, this week, we are going to be looking at smaller, different aspects of how each game deals with certain scenarios and issues. And the first one we're going to look at is death. It's a big part of the game and something that you will be running into fairly often, especially on your first couple of playthroughs. So, let's just watch quickly how the new Doom and the original Doom compare when you die. So there we go, the original Doom there, and that was just a quick glimpse at a later level on a harder difficulty. And as you saw, when you die, nothing actually happens, it just stays there and you're dead. You then have to go into the main menu yourself, and there is no start from beginning of level or, continue from a certain point. It was start from the beginning of the game again. Unless you had remembered to save at some point, then you could load your save file up, but in general it was right back to the beginning of the game again and try again. Now let's see how that compares to the new Doom. Okay, and there is the new Doom's death. As you can see, completely different. That was actually only in level 2. However, as soon as you died, it then went straight into a mini menu and allowed you to restart from a checkpoint. There was no punishment for dying. You just go back a little bit, maybe 2-3 minutes worth of gameplay to go back, possibly 10 maximum, but yeah, there's no punishment for dying in the new Doom, so it kind of negates the difficulty curve in it, as it doesn't matter really, whether you die or not, you're just gonna respawn a few minutes before. So I did find myself while playing it just rushing in and not really caring too much whether I got hit or I was killed or not. And yeah, I think I got about 3/4 of the way through the original Doom before I actually died, and this was on the second to hardest difficulty. Whereas with the new Doom, I found myself dying very regular because I was being careless. I thought, well, if I die, I'm just going to go back a little bit to the last checkpoint. I wasn't really looking after my health because, well, there was no consequences to dying. So, putting both in, it is hard to pick which one did it best. I guess it depends on how you like to play. I do love the way the original Doom is. You have to concentrate on your one and only life, but if you're not confident you can save it, it gives you that option. Whereas the new Doom kind of takes that choice away from you. So it's hard to really pick a winner, as both of them have their benefits and disadvantages depending on how you like to play. So for this one, I'm actually going to give a point to both games. So next, we're going to have a look back at the weapons. Not so much the weapons themselves, as we've done that, more on how you get the weapons and where you get the weapons. So let's quickly look at the original Doom's weapons. So in both the games you start off with your pistol, so we're not going to be looking at that one because that is fairly easy for both of them and both level. You start off, you have your pistol, and we've already gone into the issues regarding ammo. So let's start with the weaponry in the original. What better weapon than the chainsaw? The only way to get the chainsaw is in the second level, and it is hidden. You can find it, and looking at the map you cannot even see whereabouts it is. To actually get the chainsaw is a bit of a mission in itself. You have to kind of retrace your steps. If you don't know where it is, you need to come all the way back, and then you will need to start checking the walls. Now, of course I know where it is, but just to show you how hard it can be to actually find it, all these walls here are possibilities of actually finding the entrance into that room where the chainsaw is. And if you don't know, you can spend a lot of time walking around in the dark. The only way to find it is to actually shoot at that one single panel. For it to open, you can then travel around and eventually you get up to the chainsaw, and if you've not already been down to kill them, you still need to kill everybody, and then the chainsaw comes down to you, and look how happy he is to get his hands on that chainsaw. Next, in level 3, now ignore the fact that I have got the shotgun in my hand, you'll see why in a moment, but you would normally only have the pistol still at this point, unless you had found the secret 2 hidden previously. The first shotgun you actually get your hands on, if you do not find it, is that one there. That fellow there is the first enemy you'll meet that has a shotgun that you can get. Now, as I said, you can get it earlier. In fact, you can actually get it in level 1. But to get it, it's not a case of just knowing where it is, it's knowing how to get it. You need to reach the end of the level first. Once you've reached the end of the level, you need to then turn round and as quick as you can get back to here, because this is dropped, and there you have your shotgun. Then a level later you then get to your machine gun, which is heavily guarded not only by several enemies but also darkness itself. It is so easy to overlook the machine gun. Now in the new Doom, the first level, in fact the first corridor as we looked at last week, you are handed your shotgun. Right there, you cannot progress until you have picked up the shotgun. The next weapon is the chainsaw. So this chainsaw, again, just like with the shotgun, it is right there. As soon as you walk through the door, it's there for you to pick up. Now I was looking around to see if I could try and find any secrets in this area, but there wasn't. But again, it is right there. There was nothing you had to do to get the chainsaw. Just open a door and it is gifted to you. So, again, you know, where is the looking and searching? Finally, the machine gun. Again, just like the shotgun and the chainsaw, you come through a door and you cannot progress. So you have to go looking around for the controls to open this section, and wouldn't you believe it, right next to the controls is the machine gun, sat there glowing nice and bright, waiting for you to pick it up. Again, you don't have to fight to get it, you don't have to go searching to get it. It's right there, bright as day, even glowing to make sure you cannot miss it. And yeah, it just feels like you are being handed everything. So yeah, I wasn't too keen on, especially how quickly you got the weaponry in the new Doom. It was like they just wanted to give you all the big weaponry right at the beginning and let you go mad with them. And now, it took away from a lot of the challenge of fighting and trying to get through with weaker weapons. It kind of kept you at the level of the enemies you were fighting. So as they got harder and stronger, so did your weaponry. Where in the original, you were always behind. Even on that first level, when you only had your pistol, unless you knew where that shotgun was and how to get it, you were struggling. You were still at the same level or beneath those you were fighting, and even then you had to still kill everything before you could get to that shotgun. So really it was only level 2 it gave you an advantage in, as you saw, because that is when you then get your shotgun after that in level 3. So for me, the collection of weaponry is once again going to give a point to the original Doom. Next, we're going to look at secrets and how each game does secrets and how it rewards you for finding the secrets. In the original Doom, there are many different types of secrets. In the first level here, there are 3, and all 3 are completely different. So the first one is the more traditional one, with you just activate a part of the wall and it opens up and you get all your stuff in there. Some are easy to spot than others. The level 1 is clear where it is. The other one is where you need to actually do something to activate the area to get to it. So again, like we've seen in level 1, to get to the secret area here, we need to get to the end for that part of the wall to go down. Then we rush back and we can get in to get this shotgun. Now the third one is actually right here where we are. As you notice, there's nothing to indicate anything. But for this one, we've got to go backwards in the level only after we have activated that second secret. And then we've got to run quickly back down, and we'll see that a lift has actually dropped that we can get on, taking us to a higher area with some more items inside. And then we can just go around and that just brings us right back out. So it's things like that that make you think, that challenge your brain before you get to the end of the level if you wish. And as you can see here, not only did I get all the kills, but I also got every secret. Others require a little bit more of puzzle solving with switches. Now this is one of the easiest ones here. As you can see, the wall tiles don't match up and nothing seems to work regarding pressing on it or trying to shoot it. But if you just go exploring a little bit, hidden behind this pillow is a switch, and if we flick it, then the door opens up there. Some like this one are easy to open and are hinted at, and there is the ones that only open if you shoot them. Now, another one here is multiple things need to be done. You need a switch to open up to get into this area, but then as you get in, if you listen carefully, you will hear something in a moment. Now this area, if you just wander around, looks like a normal area with nothing spectacular in it. Apart from, in a moment you will see there is the yellow key. But this fella kind of pig gave me a bit of an issue, but once he was gone, just carry on round now and you'll see that just round the back there is a yellow key down here. You grab that and everything looks fine. So normally you would just walk out, but if you listen for a moment you might hear it. If you didn't, you'll get another chance in a minute. But we run back because that activated a hidden area. There it was, and as we run up now we can see that that area opened, but it was on a timer, so we have to be quick to get there. So try again. Just checking the map, but it doesn't show where it goes. It goes down again, and once again we're too slow. You can't turn around, you have to be in the right spot to activate it and get there in time. And even when you do get there and it opens, hit the wrong button and you've got to do it all over again. So it can be quite fiddly, some of these secrets, but when you do get them, it is worth it. Now I didn't actually show what was in the bottom of this one, so apologies for that. But at the bottom of it is a health item that puts you up to 200% health. And especially in the harder difficulties, that is worth it. But as you can see, there is enemies to deal with before you even get to it. So how does the new Doom's secrets match up with the old one? Well, the first thing I did notice is as soon as you come out of that lift, you are then told to press the tab to look at your mini-map. And as soon as you do that, you can see there in the bottom right hand corner, it tells you there are 3 secrets in this level, along with other things to find. So already you know the secrets, and even if you go into the training tutorial section, it tells you about secrets and how to find them. Later on, as you look on the map after a bit more has been exposed, it actually shows you where a secret is. That little icon there, the man, is actually a secret location. So it's telling you there is one there. You do not get that with the original Dooms. And so you go around, you get up, and there it is. And what do you get for it? A collectible doll. Another one, just down a tunnel. Nothing you have to do, just walk down a tunnel, and there you go, another doll. That's the secret. There's nothing really challenging about them. Now, later on, I did find one that gave me a little bit of a challenge. What is the one you're seeing now? I actually took a while to figure out that you had to get up here to activate this lever to open a door into a secret area. And don't get me wrong, I thought this secret area was absolutely brilliant. But when you see it, you'll realise why I thought it was brilliant. It's just a clip of the original Doom, which I loved, and they've kept the graphics in, they have kept everything the same, apart from obviously the 2 baddies that you get when you come through that door. And for me, I loved it. I thought it was really nostalgic. But it's just fan service. That's it. I mean, if you've never played the original Dooms before, what a lot of people who are playing this game for the first time probably haven't, then you'll have no idea what this area is about. It will just confuse you and you won't really go looking for any more of them. Now, as I say, for myself, it's great, but then it's just the one room. If it was the full level, even better. You know, you could relive playing the old level, going around and trying to complete it. You know, the up-to-date Doom guy versus, you know, the original baddies, and you know, that would be great. But yeah, it was fan service. That's all that second section was. So I've got to say, and it's probably pretty obvious which way I'm going to go with this one, but for the secret, it's got to go to the original Doom. Next, we're going to take a look at the keys and the locked doors and see how each game utilises them and how they introduce them into the relative game. So, as we've done so far, we're going to start with the original Doom. Okay, so the first thing that you will notice, this is actually in level 2. So, as soon as you start the second level up, you walk in and you are into a semi-open room. It's a lot larger than the room you walked into in the first level, but there is a big section in the middle that you can block off. And as you look to your left, you will see a door with the red around it, and then you get ambushed. Now, it's not really an ambush per se, but you know, they're all around the area, hidden behind the wall, and they will come after you when you get closer. So you clear the area out and you see the door. So you try to go through, and it tells you that you need a red key to open the door. And just in case you did miss that, it gives you the grunt sound to say you can't open it. So you need to go looking for it. There's no indication of where it is or anywhere that you should go. You need to go hunting yourself and go around the map. You end up at the beginning. So, okay, this room is free of red keys. Up the stairs we go, having a look around, and there it is. It's not exactly hard to find, but it is guarded, and you have to look for it. It's not handed to you, you know, there's no pointing in the correct direction, and even, you know, you've then got to make your way back, fighting your way back. So, you know, there's always something around that you can miss or have to go back. And instead of going straight through the door, obviously I've gone here just to, because I know the area. Now this is not a secret area, but it is easy to miss. And okay, it's only got a med pack and some bullets in it, but it's another area out the way for you to find. And as soon as you open the door, straight away you're under attack again. So that's how you're introduced into locked doors in the original Doom. Now let's see how the newer Doom handles that. So first things first, this is actually level 1 still. You've not long got out of the lift and you'll get into a battle arena. And you can't go any further because there's a locked gate. But just like the one down in the lab, this isn't a key lock gate, this is just one that is locked until you've killed everything. And then it will open automatically for you to carry on. And as we get down, that's the gate there that was locked. And we go through, and then there is a key door, or key gate in this case. And it tells you straight on it, you need the blue pass. Well, we already know it's not further back, so the only other way to go is down the tunnel. And there's a gap here to show you that it's behind this wall right there. So you carry on and you follow the green and you're just going down a hallway. There's nothing here for you to go searching for. There's no ways to get lost. It is basically hand holding you, going, this is the way we go, come on, follow me down here to get the key. Good, very good, you found the key. Now let's go back nice and safe. And yeah, that's it. That's how you get the key. And then okay, you go through and you know it wants to do it, tutorialize it for some reason, and the door opens automatically when you get close enough. And then you go through and you can top up. You even get given a grenade, and then you're high up on a perch, so you can easily just pick off some of the basic enemies before you even drop down. You are in no danger whatsoever. There's nothing that can attack you, nothing that can get to you. And the whole part with the key was not even plot related. There's no reason why that second gate should be there. The first gate, fine, you lock areas off, but what's the point of the second gate? Personally, I think it would have been better if the first gate was the one that had the key on it, and it was hidden somewhere in that arena. And in fact, I think this would work better for most of the arena battle ones, is you need a key to get out of there. And, they keep spawning in, unlimited, until you pick the key up and unlock the door. Then the spawns stop, and whatever's left in is all that's left that you need to kill off. But, maybe I'm being a bit picky on it, but I found that all the keys in the level and the next level and further on were the same. They were just there to artificially slow you down. They had no purpose apart from making you go the long way around or forcing you down a different route before you went another way. So yeah, it kind of didn't really feel like the keys were there for any other reason. So as you've probably guessed, this point will be going to the original Doom. Next, we're going to take a quick look at the maps. Now, I know I did mention about how I loved the original maps, but we're going to have a look at both of them and see how they compare with each other regarding helping you out in each level. So here we are in the first level of the original, and we just have a walk around, and you can see the map is generated on what you have actually witnessed yourself. Move a bit further into the level and we get to the end of it, and you will see in a moment that most of the map is there, but there are still lots of little bits that are missing. It's very basic, it doesn't tell you where any items or doors are. All it says is this is where a ledge is, and again it doesn't tell you how big that ledge is. You can, as you can see, move around while in map mode and pick items up. However, the map doesn't generate while you're moving around, and you can keep going wherever you want as long as you know, so you can't see where the secrets are. It doesn't even change on the map to say that that part of the wall is now a door, and as you can see that when we go back into the game and shut the map, we are actually outside where we moved to on the map. Now, looking at the map in the new Doom, straight away there's a huge difference. There are lots of little areas already picked up, and there is so much information there for you to look at. Your challenges that it gives you, all the details on the level regarding secrets and everything. And then as you move around, you'll actually notice as well that there is areas off to the side with icons over that we showed before that tell you where secrets are and the items you are looking for can be found. So as you can see, the two maps, even though they're meant to do the same job, actually help you out in different ways. The map in the original didn't give you anything whatsoever other than what you had already found. So it was mainly to help if you got lost, find your way back. Whereas the map in the new Doom actually helps you going forward, because it shows you what you have seen and where you've been, but it also shows you things you've missed. So if you want to, you can go back and collect stuff that you've missed. Now, both the games do have a feature in the map that is the fill map, and again they both do it slightly differently. Now, I have sped this up just to get an idea of the area that I am in. It's a maze, where you can get lost with no indicator of which way to go or what. You find the area you're meant to get to, but it's shut, so you have to keep searching, and eventually you'll come up to an area with an arrow at the wall. Now, this is the only time it does it, but there is the fill map. So you do that, and then you can go into the map and you can see the grayed areas where you have not been yet. Whereas the new Doom, you come out of a cutscene with a character, walk down the stairs, and there it is, the download map. And just like in the original, it will give you the entire floor plan for the level. But it also kind of helps you with, you know, where the secrets are, because it actually shows you all the secrets. Again, just like the original Doom. But with this one, it shows you how to get there. There are points where you walk to and you go, well, if I need to get to there, then obviously there's a space over there. It shows you the height levels with the map, and it just kind of takes some of the challenge of finding your way around and things out of it. So, yeah, that's the maps. And I do like both of them for different reasons. The newer map is clearer to read, it's easier to understand, but the original doesn't hold your hand. So, surprise, surprise, but if you haven't guessed already, yep, the final point will be going to the original Doom. Okay, so talking about handholding, I feel between both games that is the biggest issue with the new Doom. It is so hold handy that you don't feel like you're doing it, you're just going through the motions. Where the old Doom went, yep, here's the game, get on with it, figure it all out yourself. And that's what I like in a game that lets you play the game, not it plays the game but lets you control it. And it's not just with this Doom, it's not this on its own. A lot of games nowadays I find do that. They hold your hand through the entire game. Yeah, if you want it to make it a bit more accessible, fine. Put an easy difficulty in that gives you all the hand holding, tells you where to go, puts the markers up, and you can just follow it and play it that way. But on the harder difficulties, get rid of it, stop the hand holding, let the player figure it out for themselves. And that's what the original Doom did. You would die over and over again trying to figure out where something was, which way do you go, because the map was absolutely dreadful at telling you where you were and which way to go, and I loved it for that, because when you got to the end of the level you felt like you accomplished and completed the level. I got to the end of the first level on the new Doom, and I was like, oh right, I got to the end, did I? Okay, right, are you going to actually let me play now? But no, the next level was the same, and the level after that. And you know what, every level I've played so far has been the same. It's just been one long corridor basically that you walk down, shoot a few enemies and then carry on. There's been nothing for me to actually try and do. I've just been following the story, so to speak. But don't get me wrong, I did enjoy playing the new Doom, but for me it wasn't Doom. It was a first person shooter in the Doom universe, and the actual Doom feeling I get from playing the original just wasn't there. So for me, and you have probably guessed this already, but for me the ultimate Doom is the original that actually has the name now, the Ultimate Doom, and it so rightly deserves that new title. It is the ultimate, it is the best, it's the pinnacle of all Doom games, and no matter how long ago it was, it's always enjoyable to play, and it is always a challenge no matter what. Even on the earlier difficulties, it is still challenging in the levels, the way they were designed, the way they were put together, and the atmosphere each level gave you. You actually felt like you were progressing, where with the new Doom, all the levels just seem to blend into one. So if it wasn't for the cutscene where it tells you how you did on a level, you wouldn't know the level was over. So there we have it. That is my decision, and I've got to say I'm pretty happy with it. But I know some of you will disagree with me, So feel free to pop down into the comments and let me know why you think I was wrong. Did I miss anything major out with the new Doom that overshadows the original? What is your opinion on the points I've raised in these two parts? But you know what? I can't end it there. Yep, I've got the decision. I know which one I prefer. But I think next Sunday we're going to have a one-off special playthrough of the original Doom. The Ultimate Doom has won the Battle of the Dooms, in my opinion. And we're going to have a YOLO challenge of the Ultimate Doom. Now, I don't know the full way I'm going to set it up yet and what conditions I'm going to put on myself. I'm going to sit round and think about it. But join me back here next Sunday when we play the Ultimate Doom YOLO. You only live once. But in the meantime, I've been Sankey84. This has been Doom versus Doom. Thank you so much for joining me. Look after each other and goodbye.